we need to do here? We've done 3 research on the chassis, done 3 on the rear. I would like to do as many as I can on the underfloor. Next ATR period is next season. Okay, we'll go heavy then on this. I'll do 3 more research projects for the rest of the season. And we'll go quite heavy on these. Alright, we'll go for that. 1 engineer, and that's going to cost us $1 million. Car analysis. Yeah, so we're definitely dropping down because we're not designing the car. So 4th, 7th, 4th. So what does it say we are expected? It says we're not ranked first though. That is not accurate. How can we be ranked first when we're only first on DRS effectiveness and total weight? So that is inaccurate. Let's have a little look at Mr. Bottas, shall we? Or Russell, that's fine. Yeah, so DRS effectiveness, we are better. Values, yeah, acceleration, DRS effectiveness, good advantage on DRS actually. Low speed, medium speed, high speed, yeah, so they're winning all of this. So we shouldn't really be beating Mercedes. Race targets, so 10th or higher for Danny Rick, and it's 9th or higher for Liam Lawson as we start practice in Mexico and hunt down 100% setup satisfaction. Here we go then, out on track, and we'll hopefully nail these practice sessions. We'll forward through practice, of course. And Dragovic, yet again, has crashed. As I've been saying across the stream, Dragovic loves an incident.
And ends up in the wall. Not at all what
big
they would
lock
have
up.
wanted in practice.
And he's just going to knock the wall for good measure as well. It's not one of our drivers. It's good.
Stop in front of the garage.
It's Nico Hulkenberg. What's happened? Oh, we just saw Dragovic, who went head on.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
But Hulkenberg has completely lost it there. And he's crashed and he's out of the session. Right, so practice is done. Mercedes, although it's practice, looking very good. But look at this. We have nailed it. Exactly what we wanted to. Car parts knowledge was always 100% for us because, of course, we've had no new car parts on the car since Miami, since race 6. So this is 100% every race until the end of the season. But we've got track acclimatization to 100% for both drivers, as well as the all-important setup satisfaction to 100% as well. So driver prep for both is 100% as we head in to qualifying in Mexico next. And we will just do a banker lap. And that might be enough. Let's just see how much traffic is coming out. Verstappen might be a bit of an issue. I think he was for Ricciardo, but let's see. Okay, not too bad. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
Make sure you stay negative.
Put Lawson back on the same tyres and send him out. Yeah, exactly. That's what we've done. Dragovic is very consistent when it comes to locking up. Yeah, he's loving it. Dragovic loves a mistake. Right, let's have a look at Lawson then. He's behind Hulk, but Hulk is on a hot lap, so should be fine. I think everyone ahead of us here is kind of on a hot lap apart from Norris, so he should be fine here. Hopefully, we'll see some green sectors here. Of course, if we're going green, it's personal best. So it should mean we're on the way to improving our time. He's still sitting in 11th, so he may have got through without going out again. But of course, we're going out on those same tyres, and it's a purple, so that's even better. Purple, and if you don't know Formula 1, purple means you are the best in session through that sector. So he's gone faster than anyone in the first sector. So he should be looking pretty comfortable now. Checkered flag has fallen. Dragovic is not going to be able to set a time, so he's already ahead of him. So, yeah. I think it's going to be okay for Lawson anyway without this lap. Doesn't actually improve in the second sector, and someone has taken away his purple in the first sector. So that yellow is a bit of a concern, but he obviously went a lot quicker in the first sector. So hopefully get a little bit of a tow here off Hulkenberg and the RB. Across the line, does improve by about 3 tenths, up to 8th. Hulkenberg, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Dragovic and Van Dorn have finished, so I think we're going to be pretty comfortably through to Q2. And we are indeed. Any surprises in the bottom 6? No. Seeing if Lawson can be a toe off Ricciardo whilst he's on those warm tyres.
You need to stay negative in your in.
No, he's 6/10 off, but that's to be expected, really.
Charge on and box. Charge on and box.
Right, here comes Lawson then. It's same again. So Ricciardo's setting the good times, although, to be fair to Lawson, that was on very, very warm tyres that time. So hopefully green sectors at least for Lawson again across this lap. He is still actually in the top 10. And Verstappen and Norris in the bottom 6 at the moment with Tsunoda and Perez currently in the top 10. Tsunoda doing big things the last 3 races. They've certainly developed that RB the back end of this season because they were probably the 9th fastest car on the grid and they're now looking like the 5th or 6th fastest car. Sainz goes on to provisional pole. Oh no, it's Q2, so it's not provisional pole. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting excited then. I was thinking Bottas is going to start at least P5. I just jumped a whole qualifying session in my head there with Q2, so calm down, calm down. But Lawson's going green, but he's got traffic, which is not going to be great. He's on the bubble in 10th, and this traffic could have just wrecked it for him. He could have easily lost a lot of time there. Doesn't improve. So Lando Norris or Fernando Alonso here to ruin our day. Fernando improves not enough. All down on Lando. Didn't go quicker through that first sector. Is he in an in-lap? He is. He's on an in-lap. Lawson survives. And Lando Norris, I told you he's not going well this season. He's been knocked out in Q2 a few times. And again, knocked out in Q2 whilst his teammate, although, you know, he's not qualifying in P5 because it's only Q2, but he is through his Piastri, and Norris nearly a whole second off his teammate. Russell's had a spin. He's on provisional pole, but he's not going to go any quicker, I'd imagine. Even if this was an out lap, that's probably wrecked his tyres.
Sorry.
That's okay, mate. That's okay, George. All right, we're out of the garage. Bottas will set a time after us. Here we go, then. Final runs in Q3. Trying to give Ricciardo the toe this time. And see what we can do. Will we get any green or purple sectors here? It is very close at the moment, but Bottas will be on some nice fresh softs now. So I'm expecting a Bottas pole here. But Ricciardo might be getting an almighty toe off Lawson. Goes purple through the first sector. Lawson does not improve. But now this is the problem. We've got too close in actual fact here. And he may be losing time behind Lawson now. But let's wait and see. Purple through that first sector. Very nice indeed for Daniel Ricciardo. Oh god, Lawson's not going quick enough and it's actually costing Ricciardo in the end here. So Russell on provisional pole. And I think Ricciardo's probably not going to go quicker here now. No, he doesn't. So, Ricciardo currently P2. Lawson currently P4. Who's on flyers? Bottas doesn't go pole, but he does go P2. We've got Hamilton and Sainz. Sainz goes P3. And Hamilton doesn't improve. So the Mercedes again have just got the pace, haven't they? But it's very close. It's a 10th from first place down to 6th. So very tight indeed in that top 6. And I don't see Leclerc either. So was Leclerc knocked out? Oh, he is there. Sorry, he's in P9. Sorry, Charles. Carlos got that penalty though, so that's nice. So he'll be out of the way. But full results then. George Russell in first place. George takes pole. Valtteri Bottas second. So Mercedes continue their domination. Carlos Sainz in third, but he's going to take a grid penalty. And even if that's at least 3 places, that will jump Daniel Ricciardo and Lawson up to P3 and P5 respectively. Ricciardo qualified P4. Hamilton 5th. Lawson 6th. Yuki Tsunoda again. He's in P7. Oscar Piastri 8th. Leclerc is 9th. Max Verstappen 10th. And as we saw, Lando Norris down in P14. All right, let's jump into this one, shall we? Okay, so we are going for a 2-stopper again here. slightly different on the strategy. Danny Rick is starting on the softs, but he is going to go all the way to, what's that, lap 23 on those softs. He's then going to switch over to the mediums. Quite an aggressive stint on those mediums, then finishing on the hards. Lawson is going aggressive on the mediums, so he'll be one of the first in, I would imagine. Then hards, then mediums. So we'll see how we go. I think, again, it's going to be very hard to compete with the Mercedes, although, again, it was only a tenth between that top 6, so who knows. Well, let's jump in and start this Mexican Grand Prix. And if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. Here we go, then.
Mexico City Grand Prix.
5 lights, quickly off. The lights go out very quickly. Danny Rick P3, Lawson P5. As we get underway, and we try to challenge Valtteri Bottas and George Russell straight away here. And Sainz took a big old penalty. Started right at the back of the field. Didn't start in the pit lane, though. And Ricciardo is past Bottas. And Lawson is in P4. So, good start for us here. Let's have a look at tyres. So Russell, Ricciardo, both on softs. So Mercedes and Team Lotus both gone alternate strategies to cover each other off. Russell and Ricciardo softs, Bottas, Lawson mediums, and the rest of the grid, oh, actually, apart from Norris, Alonso and Stroll, softs, but most of the grid are medium runners. UVUD is going for first and third for us. I would take that indeed. I can't remember these Mercedes taking too many grid penalties, so they must be getting close to warm parts. Bottas, did he take a grid penalty after he smashed the car up in, was it, where was he, did he done that? Austria, was it? Can't remember now.
DRS enabled.
Right, DRS enabled.
Currently P2.
And I don't want to burn up these tyres that quickly. So we can just kind of get into our strategy. But Ricciardo is having a look. Oh, God, he lost a bit of time there.
8 tenths behind. And try to cool down the tires where you can. It's slightly coming up.
Okay, understood.
Cool the tires.
Copy.
On click overtake this.
Okay.
Piastri, Lawson and Bottas.
Okay.
Fighting away. Lawson gets past him there. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to that. No, he's not. And sneaky George Russell is trying to get away from us here.
Don't stress.
Still attacking on his tyres. Alright, let's go back to the interval here as George Russell sets the fastest lap. Really pulling away at the moment. Now here comes Lawson again on Bottas.
Lift off.
And we're back past him. And you get a double taking a DRS here, which is very useful if we want to break the DRS. Which we're not going to do at the moment, but later on in the race is certainly something we want to do. Jacob, impressive results for second season. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, and we've not actually designed this car now for since race 6.
Okay, cheers.
Let's have a look at this though. Ricciardo on Russell. And Bottas is going to be threatening Lawson. He's back past him. He'll get the DRS to pull away. But Ricciardo will get it here to pull away.
Alrighty. Nice.
You're doing a very good job. Okay,
so again, you can use that double DRS zone very effectively to pull away. So we will try to make use of that later on in the race. Lawson just needs to stay with Bottas. What's the pit loss here? It is 26 seconds, basically. Not that we're going to pit yet, but just interesting to keep an eye on that. But when does Lawson need to come in? It is lap 18 that we're looking for. It's a lot longer with Danny Rick, isn't it? 23, yeah. So lap 18 is target lap for Lawson. He's already lost 1.6 to Bottas here, but I think these four will close up shortly. I'm not too bothered about it. Piastri is right on us, though. We've got a yellow flag. Tsunoda's dropped off the pace. Someone's locked up. Looking like Perez at home in front of his home crowd. There he is, just taking it all in. Just taking it all in is Sergio there. Now Piastri absolutely flying. It was a 2-second gap, but he's got past Sayuki, and now he's challenging Lawson. And he's got better tyres. Not much I can do about that at the moment. And Russell pushes us wide, and he's going to get that DRS to pull away now.
Head down. Hamilton is the car behind.
See, Lawson just this season, like Lawson has done well for us this season. He's solid, but he hasn't got the out-and-out pace. That's my only worry with him. We've got another yellow flag. Teo Pourchaire is out. It's a virtual safety car.
Drop the pace now, please.
Teo is lost it, I assuming.
Okay, yep, understood now.
Hopefully we get a replay. And here we go. Teo Pourchaire out of the race.
This happened as they arrived at turn 12.
Oh, we saw this with Hülkenberg in practice, and it's a big impact. And that's the end of the race for Teo in the Haas. And Ricciardo and George continue to battle. I'm going to ease off the battery, because we can use that late to break the DRS. But Hamilton is 7 seconds back. When did that happen? Did we miss something there? Has he just not got the pace? Seems
Good job.
a long way back. Tsunoda's dropped down all the way to 9th, but still in the points currently. Ricciardo's past Russell. Back into B1. And Liam Lawson wants a bit of Valtteri Bottas. But yeah, the gap to Verstappen and co behind us is rather opening up as Lawson gets past. Valtteri Bottas got another yellow flag.
Car is off.
Can't see who that is at the moment. It's K-Mag. Of course it's K-Mag. And he just holds the whole back end of the grid up there, K-Mag. Gasly's got a mechanical fault, and I think we may be overtaken by both Russell and Piastri here, and Bottas is probably going to get Lawson, as long as we're staying in this DRS. Max Verstappen sets the fast lap of the race, closed up a little bit, but still 6 seconds. So there goes Russell, but of course he's now going to get DRS to pull away, and Piastri's still going to get DRS on us here.
Alrighty.
We've got a bit bogged down coming out of that corner, and that's lost us a bit of time on George.
Behind you is Piastri.
Tyres, we've got to watch with Ricciardo.
You can use overtake.
Probably need to go back to aggressive now with with Lawson, sorry.
Copy.
Now Ricciardo, we need to just try and push back into Russell's DRS here. But it looks like the top 5 have well and truly broken away. And Tsunoda in 10th, so he has dropped down to 10th now. Another yellow flag. Plenty of yellow flags going on, as well as that virtual early on here.
We've got a yellow flag here.
And it's a crash this time. Might be
Now we're
Drugovic.
just proceeding through
Of course it's
turn
Drugovic.
4. Dangerously close to each other. Oh, that's quite an impact.
And with a
between
Williams
them.
there.
They'll have to pick themselves up after that.
Right, Ricciardo's going to be under pressure from Piastri, Bottas and Lawson here, because he hasn't quite managed to get into Russell's DRS. Justin, who do you think is the best 2 drivers to start with for Creator Team? Drugovic gets a 5-second penalty. Really depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're going for success very early on, then I'd say experienced drivers. But if you're with a team that you're going to develop, then I would go young. And you're obviously looking at your Teo Pourchairs, your Behrmans, your Kimi Antonellis. But judging by this series, if you want someone who's quite experienced and maybe a little bit cheaper than your Maxes and Lewis's, Valtteri Bottas looks to be your man. I think we can go balanced on the fuel and just reserve a bit of
Okay,
this now.
Bottas is in your DRS now.
Alright, top 5 then.
Okay, understood.
Separated
So
by
think about the
1.3 seconds. And it's Piastri that leads the race. Ollie Perez in a Williams,
Keep
he
a bit
is.
of lift off for fuel, please.
Ricciardo is past Russell, and we're on to Piastri here, who now leads the race. Piastri having a great race here. What's Ricciardo's tyre life like? Not too bad. Lap 18. Lawson just a little bit further back. Ricciardo takes the lead, and he will have a clear track, and he's broken the DRS actually here. So we could just push this fuel.
Console lift off.
I think it'll be hard for him to maintain it, but we may as well have a go. Leclerc's getting closer. So Leclerc's obviously got a bit of pace in him. Gasly's issue is getting worse, or he's developed another one. Camera, where are you streaming? We are on, as well as obviously TikTok, where you're watching. We're on Twitch and YouTube. As Russell reclaims the lead, and Piastri and Bottas are fighting as well. Russell again is going to get that DRS to pull away.
Yep. This is my pace.
We just need to stay with this. Oh, George is really going for it though again. Now Piastri's... No, he is near enough to the DRS, but Lawson, who's getting past Bottas, but we're losing out to Piastri here, lost the DRS.
Okay, recharge.
Which one should I join? Twitch or YouTube?
Yeah, I got it.
Whichever you prefer. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube, then I say YouTube, because as well as the live streams, we have all the episodes, so that's where all the main content is. Either or.
Okay, mate. Just stay focused.
Ricciardo needs to get back in to the DRS of Russell. And then we need to start topping up some of the battery. Piastri's back on Ricciardo. Bottas has dropped 2 seconds back. So 30.5. Yeah, we're not going to get that gap to Hulkenberg. Just not going quick enough. Still between Gasly and Ocon, so 22.3. And here comes Oscar. Past Danny Rick. I'm going to join YouTube, mate. Great, brilliant. Thanks, buddy.
Still has some drag.
Right, let's just try and keep with Oscar this time. And Piastri on the mediums as well, with 63%. Piastri's doing well. At the moment, you'd have to see Piastri's having the best stint here. Lawson loses out to Bottas, but that's fine as long as we can stay with him.
Okay, so car behind is now Leclerc.
Bottas will probably pull us now towards these two. And Piastri's broken the DRS now. And we've got past George Russell.
Lift off where possible.
Copy.
Use your tools.
Copy.
Yeah, Bottas is just bolted. He's just put 2 seconds on Lawson there. And yeah, Piastri 2 seconds up the road, so looking good for the McLaren man. His teammate Norris though down in 8th, so shows again the performance of Piastri. He might be pushing a bit here, but we're struggling to close that gap, and we're going to be under pressure from both Mercedes here. And Lawson not able to close the gap either here. I think the AI are going through a bit of a push phase here.
Keep the head down. And behind you is Bottas.
Alright, again, we're going to be under pressure on Bottas as well. Lawson can't really make any ground on these. We can attack with these tyres though. We're coming at the end of the phase of
So
those.
it's closing up a little bit.
Ricciardo does just hold on to that. Russell stops. Cheeky George. He wanted to get the undercut today, and he's gone. George has gone and done it before us. What platform you use to stream? Streamlabs. Across on Twitch, TikTok and YouTube. Bottas is back past Ricciardo. Lawson, this is what I mean, just doesn't seem to have the pace of the guys ahead of him. He's dropping off. Alonso stopped as well now. What tyres has Russell gone on to? He's medium, so he did start on the softs. And Russell's got a nice gap there actually to Tsunoda. So he should fall into that gap between Russell and Magnussen with Lawson. Russell's got an issue. Hello. That could be good.
Engine feels poor on downshifts, pushing me forward.
Right, here comes Lawson then. Sort of dropped off the pace now. So we'll see where he comes out. And he's going on the hard tyres, which isn't the greatest. Ricciardo's 2 seconds off Bottas as well now. I think we attack and come in earlier. It's a 2.3 second stop. Sorry, we just came away from that. Russell should be past us. He is.
We'll
Norris pits as well. Hulkenberg. This is key, really, that we don't get stuck behind Hulkenberg and Sainz. I think we're going to be okay there. They're yet to stop.
So you are P9.
They do this slow exit, don't they, here at Mexico? I remember it from last year's race and stream.
Car behind, Sainz. Gap behind 2.3.
Alright, we're going to get Ricciardo in a couple of laps earlier, but I don't think he's going to make an impression.
Box.
Right, here comes Ricciardo then. A couple of laps earlier than we wanted to, but we need to switch it up because that wasn't working for us. Oh, slow rear left. Lear left.
Okay.
Slow lear left. A slow rear left there. Easy for me to say. Ricciardo pit stop issue, not too bad though.
Okay,
at least our errors are like 3.4 or 4.2 now, not 8 seconds.
Reaction time and no full throttle before
I'll probably talk that up now. Right, let's have a look at. Yeah, Russell. So engine issue. It's 38%. Is it going to affect him that much? Who knows? But he's pulled a 7-second gap with that undercut. So that's worked well for him. Lawson did get overtaken by Sainz. It's not ideal, but again, you have that really slow pick exit.
Come on, mate.
And now our tyres are obviously not up to temp either. Let's do the same with Ricciardo, just get some tyre temps.
And we open the gap if we can. You're doing a good job.
Right, so we continue on our merry way here. Ricciardo, we need to drop back to that. We'll come off the fuel now with Lawson. So Lawson only 2 seconds behind. Piastri decides to stop now.
Just think about the lift off.
So Bottas going a lot longer, so he'll be quicker later on. As McLaren wait to receive their driver. And that's a very nice stop for them. Verstappen in, Charles in, Hamilton in. Fastest lap of the race from George Russell, so his engine isn't causing him that many issues. And Ricciardo is not going to be a threat whatsoever to Piastri, although we do get this really slow kind of glitch when they come out of the pits. Just about now, normally. Here we go. Very odd. So Ricciardo will close that down a little bit more than what it is at the moment, but he's still going to have a good 3 seconds on us. Russell, yeah, Russell looking good even with that issue, isn't he? Is that issue cleared for him? No, it's still there. I just can't see it because of the fastest lap, but it doesn't seem to be hampering him at all. Bottas pits now, so he's covering off Piastri. I think he will be ahead of us, though. We're still 3 seconds off Piastri. So as I say, Piastri is having a nice little race here. He's got mediums as Piastri, so I'm assuming he's going to finish on a nice set of softs. Let's just see Bottas come out of the pits here. Well, I think we're going to need these Mercedes to have some issues here, as I don't think we've got the pace round here. There's Bottas. Going to be closer, actually. We will get past Bottas, I think, because he'll be slow on exit. So Ricciardo is past, and he'll do this nice little slow down here. And Lawson may well get in with the DRS score. I thought he was going to go in the back of him then. So Lawson should get him here while he gets his tyres up to temp. So, fastest lap of the race of Bottas, who's all over Danny Rick here. So Bottas got his tyres up to temp, and now he's going to have a good old push. Maybe we can just try and stick with Bottas, but as I say, this double helping of DRS does help you to pull away very quickly, so I don't know if we'll stay with him here. Lawson, 5 seconds off the pace now. So this is the thing that we see with Lawson. He kind of just drops away into not being out of battle with the top drivers here, or the top teams for this season, and he just finds himself sort of best of the rest, no man's land. So yeah, question marks. If you were going to keep either driver over Lawson and Ricciardo through the performance of this season, you would have to say it has to be Ricciardo. But Lawson's the one with a contract beyond this season, but of course it doesn't matter, as Ricciardo is going to get back past Bottas.
Okay, maximum focus on...
And again, we'll get a second helping of DRS.
Okay.
We're getting closer to Piastri here. Just going to watch this tyre life, because we have got to get these to lap 42. When is Lawson stopping? Oh, Russell's fault is getting worse.
I had no talk initially from the PU.
Now we're talking. Well, it shows the issue's cleared. That's odd. We'll check it once he crosses the line. Piastri is in the lead of the race and sets the fastest lap. But suddenly, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen have joined Liam Lawson's party. And they've got better tyre life, so just got no pace. No pace suddenly. Lawson, just no pace because it was a good 6 seconds. And we've had no traffic with... Did we get past Drugovich? Unless we got past Drugovich, which caused us a load of issues. I didn't see it though. There we go. Lewis Hamilton past Lawson, so this is not good. We want at least 5th place from Lawson here. And yeah, I just don't think we've got the pace really across here, because Ricciardo's 6 seconds off the leaders. And Bottas is going to make the move. We kind of just need to stay with Bottas. We need Bottas pace to drag us along here.
You focus on your race. Hamilton behind you now.
Lawson gets DRS there, but as I say, I wouldn't be too bothered if it was just Hamilton. But because Verstappen's here as well, who's on the hards and got better tyre life, that is a worry where our pace has gone with Lawson. Kingo, are you making another pit or no? Yes, we are. We are stopping on lap 42 with both drivers. Ricciardo's dropped Russell's dropped 2 seconds off Piastri, so is that engine issue now causing him problems? Right, Ricciardo is going to have Bottas overtaking him here. We are getting closer to Russell though, nearly by a second there. So I wonder if Russell is really struggling with that issue now. Yeah, tyres the same, so I wonder if Russell is now starting to struggle. Piastri looking good for the win though, isn't he? Verstappen's getting past Lawson as well. Is Red Bull in a competitive car this season? No, they are not. That Red Bull is not very good. It's probably the 4th quickest car. So it's probably Mercedes.
Okay, so car behind is Hamilton.
McLaren and us are very close. Yeah. Then it's Red Bull, so they're 4th fastest car, I'd say. And they're very close with Ferrari for that 4th place. Ricciardo's just lost 2 seconds there as he's pulled away as Bottas. Really? Right, let's hope for a good stop here then. We've got to try at least get an undercut done here. .2. We were held for the Williams coming in there though of Perez, which wasn't ideal. So although it's 2.2, we lost a little bit more than that. But we do.
Car behind Norris.
Verstappen is back past Lawson on track.
7.1.
Currently P9. Our next car ahead is Leclerc.
Right, we've got a nice gap though for Ricciardo, so he can just come home from there, but
Behind
yeah,
you is UK.
I don't think we're going to have the pace to do much. 44 laps gone then.
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift off where you can.
And Piastri pits from the lead. So, is Bottas going to the end? And if he is, Piastri is going to have to try and hunt him down. Piastri's out. And Lawson in for his stop then. Medium tyres on, 2.4, not too bad.
White line on the exit.
Piastri is out in some nice clean air. And here we go then, Ricciardo on Yuki Tsunoda.
You can reduce lift off.
Understood.
Not a good race after a win, not at all. Yeah, we struggled. Struggled, just maybe a track that doesn't suit us here.
Behind you have Fernando. Gap behind 5.2.
Russell pits now. So Russell pits and Hamilton. Now let's see where these come out.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job.
Russell and Hamilton very close together there.
Last lap was purple.
Daniel Ricciardo goes fastest.
Understood.
And he's going to get ahead of Russell and Hamilton here. As Russell should slow up here. There we go. So Ricciardo will be ahead of them both. But for how long? Russell on the mediums. Hamilton on the hards.
Currently P6.
In terms of how it's being affected by the technical regulation. So if it's being affected by, say, 10% next year, and you can see your ground against that deficit. So yeah, it's in the board and then the regulations tab, and then click on the parts that are highlighted. It'll show you the deficit for next year.
Okay.
And then it'll show you how much you've made up on research. So what you want to try and do is do as much research to overcome that deficit.
Keep the head down. We have a Ferrari behind us.
Yeah, if you get above it, absolutely fine. If you can get right on it or above it, you should be absolutely fine.
Hamilton behind you now.
So Russell has made his way past us. And that was to be expected, really.
Overtake available.
That fault really isn't affecting him. He's on the medium tyres, of course, but yeah, that fault just has not affected him at all. And Lawson, as they say, is going to make it past Yuki Tsunoda here. And then Yuki Tsunoda jumps into the pits. So Lawson into P9. Bottas pits now. So Bottas is going to stop. He's going to be ahead. Where will he fall? He might be close to this battle, though. Clean stop for Mercedes. They're doing everything right. And Ricciardo, who's got Hamilton behind him.
In front of you is Norris.
Bottas coming out now. Bottas should just stay ahead of this group of cars then, which is critical for him. He's going to do that little slowdown that we've seen. Ricciardo Gonna get past Leclerc, yes. And Leclerc might hold up Hamilton for a little bit here, which will be handy for us.
You were on target, good job.
And Norris did stop in amongst all of that. And Norris is 15 seconds off Lawson, so hopefully that'll be enough for Lawson to maintain. But they did close on us pretty quickly earlier. And we're getting an Alpine hold us up. What's new there? Norris is still 20 seconds behind Lawson, so I'm not sure that's working going that long. And Leclerc pits now, so Lawson is released on that one. So now it'll just be Verstappen to pit. Lawson will jump him as well, though. So, and here he comes. Max is in now. So this should be another position gain for Lawson. How far behind will Max be? We're going to need quite a big margin on him, though, because he's going to be pretty quick. He can attack on those tyres. Going to be a fair margin. And Ricciardo, I think, had good pace here towards the end on George. But we're going to run out of laps as Bottas starts the final lap. And we now start our final lap as well. 2.7. So yeah, we were gaining gradually, although it's just extended to 3 there.
We don't need lift off.
And Bottas taking the fastest lap as well. So Mercedes are going to get a great haul of points here. And we just did not have the pace. We did not have the pace at all. It's Mercedes who have upgraded that car from the start of this season. And they are going to become Constructors Champion this year. And Bottas is well on his way to becoming the Drivers' Champion as he wins in Mexico. Piastri, a solid drive for him though, to get P2. And it's George Russell who was encountering engine issues that didn't really cause him any problems. And it's P3 for him. And Ricciardo, probably the best we could have done really in the end. P4 looked for a while that we might have had to battle Hamilton and Verstappen behind us. But Ricciardo does get P4. Hamilton P5. And Liam Lawson, again, he's going to finish, what, 15, 16 seconds off his teammate. So quite a bit back on his teammate. But it's P4 for Ricciardo, P6 for Liam Lawson here in Mexico. Full classification then, Valtteri Bottas wins it. The mullet man from Finland, 26 points. So wins it and the fastest lap as well. Oscar Piastri, as we said, solid drive. He had really good pace. Looked like he might have won the race at one point. But he's up 5 places to finish second. George Russell finished third. Daniel Ricciardo 4th, Lewis Hamilton 5th, Liam Lawson 6th, Max Verstappen up 2 to 7th, Leclerc finished where he starts, Lando Norris up 3 to 9th, and a really good drive from Carlos Sainz, who took a grid penalty, but up 11 places to claim a point in 10th place. So, Drivers' Championship, I think Valtteri Bottas is getting very close now, isn't he? 101 points is the lead. I think we've got 4 full races. So that's 100 points, and then we've got 2 sprints left now, haven't we? Where are we? Yeah, 2 sprints left, Brazil and Qatar. So there's 116 points still up for grabs. So Valtteri Bottas, mathematically, isn't yet the champion, but I think next race he probably will claim the crown with a couple of races to go. So Bottas leads by 101 points over Daniel Ricciardo in second. Daniel Ricciardo still a good chance to finish second in the Drivers' Championship. But Oscar Piastri is coming for him. Liam Lawson 4th. He's got a battle on with George Russell to hold that. But still very close between 3rd, 4th and 5th. So Oscar could finish as high as... Liam Lawson could finish as high as 3rd and as low as 5th, it looks like. Max Verstappen, obviously his crown is being taken. He can't do anything about it this year. He's 200 odd points off Valtteri Bottas. Lewis Hamilton 7th. Lando Norris is 8th. Leclerc 9th, Carlos Sainz 10th, so no change in the top 10. No change at all, actually. Fernando Alonso still 11th, Yuki Tsunoda 12th, Ocon 13th, K-Mag 14th, Perez 15th, Gasly 16th, and the rest still yet to score. Constructors, so again, this will have a very nice reading for Mercedes, who take 21 points, out of us, and it means they now lead this by 90 points. So it's still doable. Still doable to overcome that in the Constructors, because of course there's more points on offer when there's 2 drivers battling for it, but they've got 90 points now with 4 races to go. So we're going to need them to have some problems. We're going to need a Bottas or George Russell retirement or low points. If not, they're well on the way to winning the Constructors and Drivers' Championship double. Bottas is definitely winning the Drivers' Championship. Mercedes look odds on to win the Constructors. We're in second, McLaren third. I think we've got enough in hand over McLaren now to finish second, but who knows? We scored equal points there, so nothing gained, nothing lost. Ferrari fourth. They extend that on Red Bull, but still very close between Ferrari and Red Bull for fourth. Aston Martin sixth, RB seventh, Williams eighth, Pick Sauber ninth, and Haas and Alpine still yet to score. So a bit of a hard race, that one, and a bit defeated as we come across the line there, saying Mercedes will become Constructors Champions. Not quite true. It's 90 points. So, you know, still opportunity there. We've got to bounce back in the next race in Brazil. There's 4 races to go, 2 sprints, Brazil being the next sprint. So we need to maximise our points and bring that 90-point deficit down in Brazil. I think if Mercedes extend it next race out, then, yeah, it will very much be over. But, yeah, we were a little bit defeated there because we just didn't have no pace around Mexico. It was a bit worrying. Hopefully that track was just a bit of an outlier and we're going to bounce back in Brazil. And if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Do like the video if you've liked the content. Trying to get this to a minimum of 15 likes again. And as I say, we're going to be back very soon as we head to Brazil and try to keep this Constructors fight going till the final races of the season.